Today, I just want to share a few short tips on how I think you can use this time during the lockdown to help improve the saleability of your home. Now, we've all got jobs to do around the home that we always put off and we say, when I get round to it or when I get the chance, well, guess what? There's never been a better time to do so than right now. So I'm not talking about overhauling your whole property. I'm just talking about a few cost-effective things that you can do on a weekend that will help improve your saleability and may even increase your chances of getting a higher price when it comes to selling it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the curb appeal. Now, the curb appeal is the first impression that your buyers will get, whether they're viewing it online and they see a photo or whether they turn up to the viewing and they see it in the flesh. And you want to make a good first impression. If you've got a driveway, pull all the weeds out of the flags, jet wash the flags if you can. If you've got a lawn at the front, mow the lawn, trim the hedges, just make it look sharp, clean, clinical. If you're on a road, sometimes you get a bit of debris or litter that's washed up against the side of your wall at the front. Get rid of all that as well. Just make it look like a really attractive property from the outside, like you take care or you care about your home. I promise you, it will make a big difference. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the back garden. So while we're sticking with the outside theme, the back garden, at this time of year especially, everybody likes to have the thought of sitting outside in a garden in the sun. So you want to give the impression that your garden is an inviting one. If your buyer's got children, you want to make them think, that's where I want my kids to play. If they're a couple that like entertaining guests, that's where I want to host a party. So make it look like they would want to come and sit in that garden. Again, mow the lawn, de-weed. If the fence is grubby and needs painting, paint all the fence panels. Try and remove shadows. So if you've got overgrown privets or hedges, try and remove areas where they'll cast shadows to make it appear like the garden gets more sun. And even if you've just got a rear yard, don't just fill it with clutter. Make it look like a space that you can fit a table and chairs and sit outside in if you need to. Okay, thirdly, we'll move inside the property. We need to freshen it up. So I'm not talking about going around and new kitchens, bathrooms and fitting windows and what have you. I'm talking about simply adding a splash of paint. Now, again, if you're anything like me, I've got a couple of kids and there's grubby hands all up the hallway and the stairs. And when people come in, I'm conscious of it. So if I was to be selling my property, that's the first thing I'd do is I'd touch up the hallway, the stairs. Again, I'm not talking about going around and painting all the bedrooms, just the areas that are going to give the first impression and those that are going to make a difference. It works, the smell of fresh paint, people fall for it, okay? But also, it's nice and it makes people think again that you take care of your property, that you are interested in keeping it looking clean and tidy. It makes a big difference. Skirting boards, woodwork, if they've been painted with high gloss white, then over a few years, they'll start to discolour, they'll go yellow, and there's nothing better than nice, fresh, touched up woodwork when somebody steps into a property. Again, it makes a difference. Last of all, and probably the most important one, declutter. Now, when it comes to taking photos, I'm a stickler on this one. I'm always moving stuff around for people to try and create as much floor space and as much work surface space as possible. But if you've got too much clutter and there's not anything that we can do with it, people are put off by it. You'll do it yourself, you'll view properties online, and sometimes it's painful to look at and you think, I can't imagine myself living in that home because you can't see beyond the clutter. Now, there's reports emerging that the tips are going to start to open again soon, so start boxing things up now. And it might not just be things that need to go to the tip, there'll be charity shops, there'll be friends who will want stuff that you no longer need, but get it boxed up, get it bagged. Use this time now to get ready to declutter as soon as we're able to. I promise you, just by doing these 4 things, giving yourself curb appeal, making your back garden more beautiful, freshening up the paintwork inside and decluttering, those 4 cost-effective things will make your property 10 times more saleable and you increase the chances of selling for a premium price.